to Charlie Flowe World Sports Show. I'm here with Steph Houghton, captain of the England women's national football team, always also known as Lionesses. Welcome back to Philadelphia. It's always good to have you. How are things?
Yeah, really good. I think we arrived 2 days ago, so for us to be able to train yesterday and get used to being back in Philadelphia, we're in really good spirits and really good shape ahead of the first game.
How is training in environments like this? I mean, it's a lot colder here than you guys have been training in the Middle East. I mean, how does your body adjust to that?
I think being from Manchester and obviously back at home, it's always very cold and very windy. So for some of us, we're used to it, but obviously not the same extent as Qatar in January. But I think we're looking forward to playing here. We're looking forward to the conditions that we may face, but also the opposition we face as well.
Now, the She Believes Cup's been going on for a few years. You guys have had almost an instant rivalry built with the U.S. with some really close games. How do you approach this tournament, being it's a World Cup year versus a non-World Cup year?
We have to approach it like any other years. I think we want to win football games, and we know there's a process to do that. So for us, we want to implement the style of play that we have been playing over the last year and be defensively strong, which has been a characteristic of ours over the last few years. So we just need to make sure that we focus on the process of winning and giving ourselves a good account of ourselves over the last few years, exactly the same this tournament.
Over the last few years, you guys got third in last World Cup. You know, the men finished fourth place. What has that been like back in your country now that women's football is really getting on the map and you guys are having great success on the field and off the field?
Yeah, I think obviously 2015 World Cup was a major turning point for women's football back in England. We knew that if we were some sort of successful, I think we knew that there was a lot more young girls wanting to play, that we were going to get more people coming to watch the league fixtures back at home. And I think ever since then it's just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and obviously reaching semi-finals of the Euros as well. We were close to reaching the final there, so we know that women's football and also men's football in our country, everybody's loving watching England play, and hopefully we can give ourselves a good account of ourselves this trip as well as the World Cup coming up.
You talk about everybody watching. Now that you have young girls watching, and I'm sure that things are getting better for young girls. I mean, how was it for you growing up? What kind of opportunities did you have and did you not have?
I think I was fortunate enough to be part of a village that really supported girls playing football, and from the area that I'm from, they love football up there. So there was a few teams in terms of being able to play for a team. There was a few teams I could play for, and I did that for my hometown team in Sunderland. And I think in comparison now, there's so many more opportunities for young girls to go and find a team, to get coaching on a regular basis, for players to become more professional at an earlier age. So I think over the years, I think I'd always be humble in the fact of my journey that I've been on to be here, but at the same time, I know that I've been a part of a journey that young girls will obviously take advantage over the next few years.
Looking at this as a World Cup year, and you've done this before, are there any type of superstitions or rituals that you just, I've got to keep to this worked last time and I'm going to do this?
No, I think I am quite a superstitious person in terms of how I prepare for matches, but I think within tournament years, I think first and foremost you've got to try and stay fit and healthy and keep enjoying your football and give yourself the best chance of performing at your very best. And as you get a little bit older and a little bit more experience, you know what works for you and you know what doesn't. So it's up to us individually to find out what works, and obviously to give the advice to the youngsters within the group if they need any help at all.
I want to thank you for your time and wish you the best of luck in this tournament and the World Cup, and just thank you for taking a minute with us.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for watching a World Sports Show production. For more info, go to worldsportsshow.com.